Alright, I do believe we're all set to go, so I will give myself the audio check, and then we will get started here tonight. And there I am. And I can already see that we have some people shouting us out here in the chat tonight. Hey, hallelujah, how you doing? And we here, did you bring some friends with you tonight? Because, yeah, when I see we, I usually expect more than one person. But if you have brought some friends tonight, let them know that we're doing this and that I could always use the support. So, tonight, we are continuing over here in Natlan as we try and figure out how we can make Paimon see monsters that she can't see, and in another way, make another person see monsters that they can't see in one of the more unusual ways that that Genshin Impact has introduced the story. So, what do you say we go and see what this craziness is all about tonight? So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Mathai Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Genshin Impact live here on Twitch. So, let's go ahead. And also, there we go. Yeah, I realized I did not do that last night. Figure I might as well do that now. So, let's go ahead. And we are already on the trail. We're at the Masters of the Night Wind's domain, so we're gonna go ahead and see if we can't find our people of interest here tonight. For some reason they put the waypoint way above where the Masters of the Night Wind dwell. As we land in.
Hey, Yansan! We're back! We ran into quite a big group from the Abyss Order just now. Has something happened at the front?
Don't tell me you don't know.
The front line has collapsed.
Huh? But how?
Yeah. Reinforcements or some kind of secret weapon.
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
Oh, good.
Oh, feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the
Yeah.
start. But this is good news, right? Why'd you still look so serious?
Did we finally launch an attack, or did the Pyro Archon launch the attack?
No, we're still mustering troops. Nowhere near ready to go on the offensive.
That's weird.
So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there. But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. He watched the enemy lines crumble in real time.
Meanwhile, who are the people who are panicking on the left, especially the lady who's jumping up and down? Is she shouting for one of her own, or what's going on there?
What did he see?
One person. Just a single individual. They stormed the enemy lines and attacked with a vengeance, cutting them down like paper dolls. They wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. The guard who relayed this to me said that before he even had time to react, the enemy was decimated.
Wow.
I'm only recounting what I heard, and I'm sure the guard in question must be exaggerating to some extent. But still, we have to identify this person.
Do you have something to go over?
And assuming they're a neutral party, we'll need to figure out how to engage with them. Clearly they're a force to be reckoned with, so we don't want to come across as too weak or too hostile. It's quite a diplomatic conundrum.
You don't need to sweat it, Eon-san. From your description, we're already pretty confident that we know this person. Honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time he showed up.
Who is this he?
Gainsleth.
Oh. I was expecting they were gonna say Illumine. Nope. It stands this return after quite a while out. Oh. Yeah, did not notice that edge of the cliff. And looks like I'll have to do more to get this open. Oops.
Hey there!
I am so sorry. That is not what I meant to do, but obviously I need a way to break this open. Yeah, I was trying to shoot at this. Yeah, I feel very bad now. And apparently we gotta go and climb a little. Alright, climbing it is. Over the mural painted cliffs of these lands of Natlan. Oh geez. Am I even gonna be able to get up there from here? I don't think I can, to be honest. Is there another way to it? There is. I was like, surely there's a way to use waypoints or something. Turns out there is. And apparently now Dainsliff's gone silent too. Were you waiting for me?
It's been a while, Dane. And yeah, after we heard what went down, we figured you'd shown up. You caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Ian-san.
That's a girl?
She insisted on coming here to thank you in person.
No, there is... Ian-san does not look like or sound like a girl. No, there, Paimon. And also, Ian is a guy's name. Yeah, I think we have a bit of a typo here.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsliff.
Yeah, sounds like a guy.
Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a mighty warrior as yourself.
No need to thank me. I hunt the Abyss Order for my own reasons.
Please don't mind him, Ian-san. He always talks like that, but he's a pretty nice guy deep down.
It's quite all right. Uezo Iansen respects those of great power. It's quite clear that he meant no offense, and I am still delighted to make his acquaintance. Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now. Take your time.
Thank you.
Sure thing. You probably have plenty of other stuff to do anyway, right? Since this war isn't exactly over. See you later, Ian-san!
And so, off he goes.
Hey, Dane. Would it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's our friend.
Ian-san, yes. I will remember the name. But I will not invest more emotion than is necessary when dealing with the citizens of the Seven. It is a matter of principle for me. Yeah, since you mustn't offend a Wale off the hook, and since you helped break the stalemate.
Ugh, so stubborn. But whatever. So anyway, Dane, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us? Any idea what they're trying to achieve with this war, for example?
Never before have I seen the Abyss Order take action on such a large scale. Taken at face value, it seems highly illogical. In a war with the Natlanese, the odds are stacked firmly against them. They surely cannot be unaware of this. Their true goal must be a deeper one.
We thought so too. But it sounds like you're no closer to learning what that goal is than we are.
I guess not. I've been on the case for some time, even captured and interrogated several Abyss Order members. Yet still I am none the wiser. I can only assume that they have gone to great lengths to keep their real operations a secret. I have a bad feeling about this. The Abyss Order is wasting a lot of its forces attacking Natlan, so whatever they stand to gain must hold enormous value to them.
What do you think we should do?
Yeah, what should we do? Since we lack actionable intelligence for now, we might as well continue to focus on the fighting. Leave them to their secret plots. If they're so willing to sacrifice manpower for it, I intend to make that sacrifice greater and more painful than they could have ever anticipated. If we use this opportunity correctly, I believe we can eliminate the vast majority of the Abyss Order's forces. They'll never be able to mount such a large campaign ever again. That outcome is well worth our time. Yeah, it is. That's right. The ideal scenario would be to destroy them before they can reach their goal.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order, right?
Right.
Wow. Okay. A rare, candid response from Dane.
Yeah, it sounds like his one-man attack has put him in a good mood. What about you? Any news to share from your end?
Well, actually, We found his sister's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty. She must have lost it.
So she's here in person. Unsurprising given the scale of this operation.
Oh, and there's more! After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl. She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see, and then, this other time, we saw a load of monsters, but she couldn't. She also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler pretty closely, so we figured it's probably his sister.
Hold on. That girl called her the Savior? Yep. What's on your mind?
Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dane?
We're about to find out, aren't we? The last time I heard that term was before the Cataclysm. And not just that. It referred to your sister then, too. Great. But who would still believe in the myth of the Savior when the Cataclysm had already taken place? It makes no sense.
Wait, wasn't his sister called the Princess, though? Where did this Savior thing come from?
Let's find out. Well, when she was first granted the title of Princess, the Vinster King and the entire court of Kainra set about loudly proclaiming the might that she would bring to the nation. They made it sound as if they were her there. All pain and suffering would be washed away, and the future of Kainra would be brighter than anyone can imagine. Also, it's pronounced Kanria. What am I doing? Well, it's been such a long time since I've ever said it. The Savior was the celebratory title given to the princess by those who believed this rhetoric. Of course, you know how that story ended. In hindsight, the cruel irony is glaring. All that title really stood for was the Vinster's King's lust for power.
Oh, sounds like the people of Conria really believed in her.
Is that why Lumine is so determined to revive the homeland? Because she thinks she's failed as the Conria's savior? But that certainly doesn't explain everything. There must be reasons. As for the girl you met, allow me to offer some speculation. I suspect that she is descended from pure-blood Conrians, afflicted with the curse of immortality. They must have resettled somewhere remote, cut off from the rest of the world. That would explain how her people retained their ancient beliefs, including the myth of the golden-haired savior.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya.
Kaya?
Except she grew up somewhere more isolated? Still, that doesn't explain the invisible monster situation.
If she can't provide us with more valuable intelligence, I suggest we shift our attention back to the Abyss Order.
Sure. Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Night Wind for tonight? You must be tired after all that fighting today.
I will consider it, but we must discuss our next steps first thing tomorrow morning. We can't give the Abyss Order any time to regroup. Agreed. Wait until the following day. Oops, nope. No, we're changing the time here. Which isn't going to be that much of a change, thankfully. So we'll let 80 hours go by, we'll let the roosters crow. And we're ready. Oh, it's the... because it went past midnight. Yeah, because it went past midnight, I literally had to go and advance it more than the time that I used. And like, oh, it's just a few hours, no problem. No, turns out that because it just went after midnight, it means that it doesn't count. Yeah, curse you, game. Cut me a little slack, would ya? No, we can't give them that much time.
Is that Dane and Neon-san discussing strategy together? Huh. Looks like they're getting along just fine.
I guess so. Let's pay a visit.
Morning! What are you guys talking about?
Ah, you're here. I have some good news to share with you. We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their intelligence has reported that they've discovered the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan.
Oh.
After their front lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area. It's also where their central command is located. The location? The Cinder City.
Where's that?
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. Seems like their kind of place. Hey, this is great! This could be our chance to crush the Abyss Order once and for all! And with any luck, maybe we'll find your sister there too.
I don't seem so happy about this.
Yep, our army is almost ready, and we've sent a message to Malwika to let her know the plan. We can't really launch an operation this big without the okay from the Archon.
No, I guess not. I beg to differ. This is wasting time. You have the intel you need, so act on it. Every second you delay only increases the Abyss Order's odds of survival.
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsleif. I understand your concern, but an immediate strike is not on the cards for us.
Very well. Then I will go there alone. Thank you for the intel, Ian-san.
You're gonna go on your own? Come on, be sensible. Just wait a tiny bit longer, and you'll have a whole army going with you.
Or me at the very least.
It's all right. I support your decision, Mr. Dainsleif.
Huh? Shouldn't you be talking sense into him?
He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who can be reasoned with.
I admire his courage, and I believe he is strong enough to take on the Abyss Order on his own. And even if things don't go to plan, he just needs to bide his time until we arrive with reinforcements. Mr. Dainsleif, I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler.
Yeah, may I come along?
For a second there, Paimon actually thought he was gonna brave it alone. And then he called his own bluff.
Alright, meet up with Dainsleif. Going north. So far north, we're heading over to this island with the this particular location. Yeah, it's got the claw shape on it. Get some tea in me real quick. Get some of my homemade iced tea. Alright, let's go. Assault the Abyss Order's stronghold. Okay.
Is this the place? The Abyss Order's hideout in Natlan?
All these years, the Abyss Order has managed to either stay hidden or fiercely defend their position. This may be the first chance I've ever had to finally make a serious dent in their forces. Which reminds me, once the fighting starts, I can't promise I'll be able to have your back in a moment's notice. But if you run into any Abyss power mechanisms, feel free to leave them to me. I'll take care of them when I can.
It's been so long since we fought with Dane side by side. Paimon's confident we can clear this place out long before Eon-san arrives.
Let's hope you're right.
And if you get to meet your sister again, even better. Let's go!
Let's go. In this battle, Dainsleif will show you the might of the Twilight Sword. Summon him to clear out the obstructions that bar your path. The swordsmanship Dainsleif has mastered as the Conrian court guard captain allows him to easily spy the weaknesses in opposing elemental wards. His long war against the Abyss has also made him highly cognizant of their weaknesses, allowing him to destroy their void wards. Alright. Oh, party setup. Okay, I thought it was gonna... Well, I'm good for now in that regard. I thought it was gonna turn into something that would allow me to hover. Instead, we will do this.
Propagate!
Hey there! Coming at ya! Fire! Well, with rocks.
Alright, let's go.
Spring forth! Laid bare. This is where you fall.
Cut to the chase.
Oh, I already won. I already won. Okay, let's go. I figured I might as well have him lead out.
Hey there! Hey there!
Transfixed.
Incoming!
I can't really see around this. Yeah, break that. Because, yeah, I'm really taking the damage here. I'm really taking damage in this fight. Wow.
Scatter.
Wow.
Aha! Don't blink! Watch out! Watch out! Hiya!
Oh, this is deceptively hard. This is deceptively hard. I am just getting mowed down.
This is a very different battle from the one we fought with the Yansan.
Yeah, no kidding.
Backing down! They're fighting back with everything they have!
Wow. This is wholly a gross underestimation. Yeah, it's like, surely I can take a, Arlecchino can take some healing.
Attack!
Yeah.
That's the way! Watch out! Speed of light! Ah!
I can't see.
Cut to the chase!
My holy proclamation.
Incoming! Haha!
I'm just waiting for you to do your move
Propagate.
so I can do mine.
Overruled.
Shall set you free.
Hey there!
Hear ye, the word truly shall endure.
Oh, he's dead.
Watch out!
So I can't break these. I can put them out though.
Nah! Hiya!
Or at least I thought I could. Alright, next. Oh.
Watch out! Watch
So
out!
I'm gonna allow to change over.
Everlasting as the moon. Germinate. Scatter.
Attack! Hey, with sword comes shadow.
Go, go, go. I was gonna say, are they dead? Yes, they are. Alright, let's give them what for.
Speed of light.
Spring forth.
Nowhere to hide.
Oh, there's two of them this time.
Spectre that haunts us.
There's two of them this time.
The abyss is all present. To flee is futile. To resist it.
And from the scene with blood.
No, don't do that, please.
Overruled. This
More
is where
enemies.
you fall.
Oh, I'm
Transfixed.
so close on that guy, on this guy.
Watch out! Hey there! Cut to the chase. Fire! Well, with rocks.
Ah, go get him. Go get him, Deanston. Or did he? I can't tell if I'm actually legit damaging him or not.
Laid bare.
Get him there, Deanston.
Shall rise once again.
Ugh, after a scary start, we finally pulled through. Whew. Hey there, Minuet. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. As we pull ourselves up and over, what awaits us at the end? Hello there.
Twilight Sword Dainsleif. Is this really what you want?
Well, that is one creepy mask you wear, sir. It is indeed. I will take every opportunity to hunt you down to the last man. Also, I'm sorry to hear that,
where's the
Minuet.
traveler's sister then? Or is this guy supposed to be in charge here?
So, this is a hunt to you. I must say I pity you, Dainsleif. The death you dole out so readily to others is a luxury you yourself cannot enjoy.
Oh jeez, I'm shocked that you didn't crack your skull like that there, Minuet. Wow, I really hope you pull through and that you recover well.
But today, that is the least of your worries. Do you realize that all your years of pursuing us are being rendered utterly meaningless, even as we speak?
Your riddles tire me. The overwhelming advantage is ours, at least for the moment. You know what that means for you. I'd like to see what makes you believe that you've already won, or that you can still turn the tide of this war.
Then allow me to be frank. As far as we are concerned, our princess has already won by other means. And I do not merely mean this battle. No. Her Highness has achieved something far greater.
Like what?
For today, the Abyss Order's greatest wish has finally been fulfilled.
Oh crap. Does that mean...
Our Highness quietly infiltrated the Night Kingdom to exploit that realm's past experience with ley line reconstruction, and then used the Loom of Fate to reweave the ley lines of Conria.
Oh, that definitely doesn't sound like desperation.
What? She used the Loom of Fate? Wait, does this mean the attack on the Masters of the Nightwind was all a smokescreen to give her some cover?
Oh man.
Oh no! This makes too much sense.
Yikes.
Correct. As of now, our homeland has been revived.
Where?
And all of my comrades that you have slain, Dainsleif, they shall forget the struggles that have beset them these past 500 years, and begin their lives anew in a Conria restored to life.
What a load of drivel. Your falsehoods are riddled with flaws. My ears tire of your tedium. Yeah, isn't there more to reviving a homeland than just reweaving the ley lines? Yeah.
Right! You still need a few steps after that, such as finding a place to host the ley lines you just re-wove.
Are we leaking the answer here, Paimon?
Plus, if it was really so easy, Moika and the captain would have had a way easier time during the war.
I have one simple question. If Conria has indeed been revived as you claim, then where is it?
Oh, you poor fools. Clinging to delusions, even after the truth has been plainly revealed to you.
How?
Think back on the past few days. Have you truly not noticed anything amiss since the start of the war?
Anything amiss? Are there signs that I could have missed? Yeah, speaking with Silali.
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still.
Well, turns out.
It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
I also vaguely remember seeing Lumina in the Night Kingdom facing the Lord of the Knights. Wait, that's not all. There were other signs as well. The Abyss Order chose to retreat from the stronghold, the meditation of the Abyss's orders, or I can't see the monsters at the same time as Dirideth. I couldn't see the monsters that Dear Death could see, and she couldn't see the ones I could. We only could see the monsters in each other's sight after making physical contacts. According to a guard stationed near the Masters of the Night Wind, many members of the Abyss Order were seen idling around during the lull of the conflict, even settling down to mediate. Or meditate, rather. Not mediate. That's negotiating. The Abyss's Order retreated when we attacked their stronghold with Yansan and Sitlali. This isn't their usual style. So... yeah, what exactly were they up to? Could they have been doing that to help the Loom of Fate weave new ley lines? But still, that's just a theory, and it also doesn't tell me anything about whether they succeeded. Is it Steereth? Assuming it's right, then another possibility arises. Maybe I'm in a different time and space from Dear Death. If she's Conrian like Dane suspects, then that means... this revived Conria that he speaks of might actually exist, and despite hailing from that separate time and space, Dear Death has found a way to communicate with us. Whatever may be going through your mind right now, do not trust it. I urge you not to believe his lies. The notion that Conria has been revived is preposterous. Until I see it with my own eyes, I refuse to entertain it. This is yeah, this is a mistranslation right there. There is one thing that should demand our attention is this instant, and that is silencing this man for good. So, shall we?
Everlasting as the moon!
Watch out! Watch out!
Oh wow.
Attack!
Yeah, he's got pretty good provocation on him.
Propagate! Overruled!
You're down.
You battled in vain!
Hey there!
The abyss
Fever Blast! Nowhere to hide!
Yeah, we can't hear you over my own callouts of attacks.
Scatter! Witness my rise.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
Pitiful.
Attack! That's the way.
Oh, come on, change.
Spring forth!
Uh-oh. I get him. And quickly because my party is dying.
My body is failing me.
A proper send-off!
Will not
From the
bring shame to the name
Scatter!
of the abyss!
Yeah, I'm really gonna need to dodge now! He's definitely moving.
With sword comes shadow.
Let's see if I can get some crack in the shield. Alright, there we go.
You battled in vain!
Everlasting as the moon!
The abyss
Watch out!
has been
Got it.
That should be all of them, right? So, we've destroyed the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan, but somehow, that didn't feel satisfying at all.
Because we didn't find Numin.
Are you still thinking about what that guy said? You look really worried.
Yeah. I think we should at least talk to her about all this, yeah. I understand. You think she might be from the revived Conria, yes? I have said my piece. I doubt Conria could be revived so easily, but it'll give you some peace of mind. You should talk to her and test your theory. I will stay here and do some post-battle cleanup. Perhaps there's some clues left to be found. Alright. And so... uh-oh. Behind you! Uh-oh. Oh! Yeah. He wasn't done. I thought your voice and attitude seemed familiar. My mistake. I should have made sure you were dead earlier. Yeah, you don't seem to be bothered that he just impaled you. The curse of immortality has struck you too then, Hayden.
500 years on, and you still refuse to address me as master.
Yeah, you're not my master.
Don't forget, Dainsleif. You may be the renowned Twilight Sword, while my arm has grown too feeble to swing a blade.
You would earn some pretty good damage in that fight.
But I taught you everything you know about wielding a blade.
Your arrogance and malice cost you all my respect long ago.
Be that as it may, under the circumstances, I see no further reason for us to fight. The curse of immortality means neither of us has a way to completely destroy the other.
Speak for yourself. I intend to kill you 100 times over. How? Yeah, well I guess we'll let you two just duel for a while. So much so it's causing earthquakes. Well, at least you can weaken him.
Have you finally had enough? You weren't joking then, huh? Never, in all my worst nightmares, have I experienced anything close to the pain of 100 deaths. Surely, there's no point taking out all your hatred on me alone.
That was just for your actions in the Abyss Order. If I took into account what you did in Conria, you'd soon find out how much darker your nightmares can become.
All right, I believe you. Still, aren't you at least a little tired now? Why don't we sit down, perhaps? Chat a little.
I don't think he's in the mood. Yeah, and so it's like, why should I do that after I just kicked your ass? Hey there, Luna, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us.
What? Not a fan of reminiscing about old times? Well, I suppose you don't have many fond memories to look back on.
I never thought you'd side with the Abyss Order, Hayden. You could have easily blamed the princess for her betrayal.
Indeed. When the cataclysm first struck, everyone prayed for the Savior to deliver them. But she was nowhere to be found. Yes, we knew that the great abyssal power within her had been divided up. Yet we still despaired at her choice to leave us. Still, I believe that everything she's doing now, including her regret over what happened, comes from a genuine place in her heart.
Isn't that how it always goes?
And besides, who else can we place our faith in? We are proud Conrians, are we not? I mean, we can hardly turn to the gods.
I suppose you have changed a lot over the past 500 years. Otherwise, I'd have never expected you to forgive her. Had you been so generous during your time at the Knight Academy as my instructor in the Black Serpent Blade work, I might not have come to loathe you so much.
Is that so?
I guess so. All my good deeds were clearly in the spirit of the Academy's code of chivalry, yet I received corporal punishment for being restless and brash. And as much as it pains me to bring up his name, even my co-student, Surta Logi, was prosecuted for following the spirit of knighthood. He even lost limbs over it. There's little point discussing it now, of course, but all of this was your doing, wasn't it, Hayden? You wore a mask of benevolence as you viciously suppressed the next generation of knights, all to bolster your own position and reputation. What? Too cowardly to admit it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dainsleif. I would apologize to you for those actions, truly. But the fact is...
What?
I honestly can't remember them anymore.
Great.
Look at me. Look at what has become of me. Only Only by the Abyss's grace have I managed to maintain this physical form. But as for the rest, memories, spirit, emotions, personality, they have long become eroded, fragmented beyond recognition. Even if mine was a past steeped in sin or in shame I once longed to hide, I would wish to remember it. Without my history, I fear I will become another person entirely.
You mean dressed as you already are not another person entirely?
I would like to apologize for any misdeeds that are mine. So please, tell me everything. Tell me about the Khaenri'ah we once called a home.
No wonder your personality struck me as different. Memories are indeed a crucial part of a person's identity. So the Khaenri'ah we once called home. Dainsleif slowly closes his eyes and countless memories flood into his mind. All the sights, memories, and feelings are gradually brought back to the forefront again. Simply recalling everything seems to take a long, long time. Like Rocket Man.
You seem to remember much. Could you tell me more about it? About our golden age?
I'm not interested. I have neither the time nor the sympathy.
Is that so? What a pity. But this will be quite sufficient, as long as the loom of fate heard what I could not.
The loom of fate? What have you done? Tell me.
I'm afraid I owe you yet another apology, Dainsleif. You were right. I lied to you earlier.
I'm not surprised.
Your wits are too sharp to be fooled by me. The homeland hasn't yet been revived. In fact, even the ley line weaving is not yet complete.
So is this all done to throw me off the trail or something?
Think of ley lines as the collection of memories concerning a given place. To reweave Khaenri'ah's ley lines as they were 500 years ago, we would somehow need to retrieve almost all the memories of Khaenri'ah from that age. The loom of fate cannot weave without an abundant supply of memories. And so, we relied on everyone in the Abyss Order to provide what they could. Even though fragments are all that remain in most cases, the more we all share, the more that can be restored.
So the Loom of Fate is running as we speak, and the so-called meditation your members have been performing, its purpose was to supply the Loom with memories, wasn't it?
Indeed. We are people in exile, stranded 500 years in the future. Will weave our homeland anew and bring the nation of our dreams back into the real world. Ah, what a glorious undertaking. What a shame it had to take this long. After 500 years, most of our memories have faded, and a world woven from broken memories shall itself be broken.
So that's where I'm supposed to come in? You look for assistance from your mortal enemy who has sworn to hunt you down?
Precisely. For you possess a ring left to you by your elder brother, which continuously resets your body's condition.
Does it now?
Of course, your memories are susceptible to erosion just like ours. But of all Khaenri'ahs who remain, you are sure to remember the most. We had to obtain the memories in your mind, whatever the price. Even if it meant sacrificing our entire army as bait.
So this was your true goal, to lure me here, guide me into a state of meditation, and access my memories. So be it. A few of my fading memories for your entire army. That strikes me as a fair trade. I appreciate your generosity. You're gambling everything you have on the loom of fate. This could be a costly mistake for you in the long run.
Perhaps. But that is the gamble our Highness has chosen to make. And thanks to you, the loom of fate has now finished weaving the ley lines. New Conria is complete!
Lying again? Enough about your beloved leader. You say you would pay any price for my memories, did you not? In that case, prepare to be slain another 100 times for your deception. I hope it was worth it. Yeah, I'm just gonna randomly kick your ass because I can. And so, he does. Alright. Return to the cave to investigate. Yeah, my party just got its world rocked. You know, if there was anything good to be gained out of today, which there hasn't been much this week,
Great! She's still here!
is that earlier today I heard a song that I used to hear all the time on the radio that I haven't heard in like 26, 27 years. A song called Lazy Nina by this guy who I thought was a British actor or British singer, but turns out was American. Yeah, did something happen? Take my hand. Yeah, we need to see where the enemies are. Or just see the apocalypse. And also, is the world falling apart under our feet? Destiny awaits, I guess. Could this be the Cataclysm? Is this where Teardith is right now? So she really is...
We're not from the same world, are we?
No, I don't think so. No, I come from your future.
Wait, but that's great! That means the world isn't going to end. In that case, tell me, what happens to Conria? What happens to my homeland?
Oh, how do we break it to her?
No, wait. Don't answer that.
Please, thank you.
We can only fight for our future. If the future is unknown, I still believe the Savior can turn things around. I'll carry on looking for her, even if you're not there to protect me. Although, in a way, I've already found my Savior. It's you.
Ah,
You protected me, and I believe you can protect us all. You're the one who can change everything. It's just too bad that we're not from the same time or place. Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your sister. Surely she must be desperate to find you too.
you'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
So, is there anything you can give me as a memento? Proof that we met? That way when I do find her, I can convince her that you're also searching for her.
What do I have on my person that I can bestow to her? Oh, her own key. Of course. Yeah, wait.
What is it?
Oh, not so willing to turn it over? Yeah, give me a moment. I need to think this over. If this is her future, if this is her fate. Oh boy. Oh wow. Is there such a thing as a wrong answer here? Or does it matter? Luna, are you still watching? Turn the key over to Dear Death or hold on to it. Oh, okay. I was not expecting a choice like this. Is there such a thing as a right and a wrong answer? Ah. It doesn't. Okay. Alright, if you can prove it to her. So I turn the key over to her, and then time freezes, including Daredeth herself, and a portal opens. I guess that's the way for me to go back, or is something else coming through? Something else is coming through. And not even she can speak to me. What's going on with the voice actors in Genshin Impact, or the lack thereof? So that's what happened. Istaroth, the ruler of time, must have had a hand in this. There's no other way that this meeting could have taken place. Yeah. Hi, Lumine. I only knew the ending. I've always been curious about the events that led to it. When the Cataclysm first began 500 years ago, I, as the Princess of Conria, was preparing to do my part, to fight back with all my might. But then this girl, Dirideth, she found me. The irony was that even as she desperately begged me to save the world, she brought me news of you. I was stunned, and I was suspicious of her claim that you were searching for me. But then she showed me the key to your hibernation chamber. So she actually did it? We have been separated ever since I awakened into Vat. I searched the whole planet and found no trace of you anywhere. And then she brought me that news at the worst possible moments. I was faced with an extremely difficult decision. I desperately wanted to see you again, but Conry was in equally desperate need of my help. I knew that no matter what I chose, I'd regret my decision for the rest of my days. So I steeled myself against the guilt and made my decision. I went to see you. Yeah, and then? But when I found you, you were still in hibernation. Even the key to the chamber was still secure on your person. So there's 3 of them? I couldn't make sense of what I was seeing, but there was no time to think. I just grabbed you and ran. That's where we are right now. An intersection in our memories. This question has haunted me for the past 500 years. I never imagined the answer would come to me like this. So my actions 500 years in the future set everything in motion. Are you mocking me, Istaroth? Dirideth succeeded in bringing us together, but unfortunately it is versions of us 500 years apart. Yeah. How do you like these time paradox WTFs? She'd hoped that the Savior would rescue Conria, save the entire world, but instead the news that she brought me led the Savior to make the complete opposite decision. How awful. Is that her fate? Is that how her story must end? So yeah, has Conria really been revived? Not yet, but I've taken a very important step. Now, the ley lines of Conria are complete. I'd always thought that Tevas ley lines were locked by the heavenly principles. No more can be added, and existing ones cannot be replaced. But then, I learned that Natlan's Night Kingdom appeared to be an exception to the rule. It has intrigued me ever since. So I directed the Abyss Order to feign an attack on Natlan, buying me some time to enter the Night Kingdom and negotiate with the Lord of the Night. Unfortunately, for other reasons, even the Night Kingdom cannot host any new ley lines. The most I could get was some room to carry out the weaving process. The Lord of the Night did say that before she can reconstruct Natlan's ley lines, it's probably for the same reason, yeah. Still, I received the Lord of the Night's permission and activated the Loom of Fate, using an Antivas as the base, which apparently are flowers in the hair that our friend Deirdre has. I was able to grow a realm based on the Conria of 500 years ago, superimposing it over present-day Natlan space-time. That superimposition is what allowed you and Deirdre to cross paths. That's what I saw in my dream. She's not lying about that at least, but what I don't understand is, why did the Lord of the Night agree to this? And why can't I speak to you? Or why am I not bothering? After that, the new Conria was enriched with memories of the old, drawn from the Abyss Order's members in their meditation sessions. With those memories as raw materials and the superimposed realm as a template, the Loom of Fate finally finished its work. What I hold now in my hand is the Atlas of the New World. Well, that's quite an impressive thing, but how do you call that an atlas? It's not a book, and it's not anything resembling a globe. This is the product of the Loom of Fate, holding within it the entire network of New Conria's ley lines. With this, the nation known as Conria can rise again. One day, I will find a suitable host location for it. Yeah, I imagine it will be over, where do the Fatui come from? Damn it. Yeah, it's where the Fatui come from. Ah, what's the name of it? It gets brought up so little that all I know about them are the Fatui and the Saritsa, and that she wants all the Gnosis. I can't help but feel like as we're reading this, that we're getting a situation where I feel like Lumine is either working together with the Saritsa, or we're gonna find out once we... Snezhnaya, thank you. Once we get to Snezhnaya, that it's gonna be just revealed that Lumine is the Saritsa. So why is Conria so important to you? Yeah, I don't understand. Is it really just because of guilt? Because, yeah, using Gnosis on the Loom of Fate, I wouldn't be surprised. When I first arrived in Conria 500 years ago, my memory was completely blank. It was only after I had served as their princess for many years that I slowly began to remember everything, including you. Yeah, your memories were erased as well? But recovering all memories didn't simply erase part of the life I spent in Conria. I still see it as my second home. That is why my guilt weighs so heavily on me, but even so, that only constitutes part of my motive. More importantly, if I wish to speak with the heavenly principles as an equal, I will need the might of an entire world behind me. Yeah, so... yeah, who's gonna speak next? As those rifts disappear. Yeah, I don't know why. With the way you're talking, it just doesn't sound like you at all. Lumine, this whole thing, your plan, what does it have to do with us? All along, it's only ever been about us. Goodbye. Oh, yeah. When we will begin anew at the end of your journey. So, yeah. No time for an embrace or anything of that nature. I feel like you're about to burst out and say something or do something. And just like that, she was gone.
Our hero is back! Everyone's been waiting for you. The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces even arrived on the scene. All thanks to your efforts, no doubt. Oh, and Mr. Dainsliff's, of course. What's wrong? You look upset.
I got what I wanted, but it isn't what I was hoping for.
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The Traveler just disappeared after taking Deirdre's hand. It was like they got sucked into another world. Paimon was looking all over for him, and then he suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot, but looking a lot more glum.
Yeah, I need some time to take everything in. Oh, hey Sid Lolly. Back from your hangover? Is that a can of Red Bull you're drinking?
I think I got the gist of what happened. Something to do with your sister? I spoke with the Lord of the Night in a dream just now. And learned quite a lot.
Huh? You met your sister?
He certainly did, yeah.
And you didn't think to tell Paimon right away? Well, oh, never mind. Paimon can see that you're pretty down
No
right now.
kidding.
But let's go over everything later,
Sure.
all right?
What your sister accomplished? It all but defies comprehension. I was stunned when I heard about it too. But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it.
Yeah, I'm surprised myself.
The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me, but in a word, it's complicated.
Of course it is.
During the war with the Abyss, Malwika had an argument with the captain. Malwika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the ley lines should come before all else. So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and informed of its ability to weave ley lines. She saw your sister's actions as a potential third option, namely to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
Preserve a nation? You've definitely lost me now.
You're not the only one. Paimon's got no idea what's going on either.
With that in mind, the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan. However, I believe she imposed an additional condition of her own.
An additional condition? Did she ask for something in return?
No idea. She wouldn't tell me what it was.
So yeah, I've got to figure that out.
All right, well, let's not overthink this for now. We just won a war. Time for a well-earned drink to celebrate.
Sure, just put Silali under the table again.
I trust the Lord of the Night unreservedly. I'm sure she only involved herself to take a problem off our hands, so it's one less thing for us to worry about. Don't you agree, Traveler?
Yeah, you got a point, but I still feel like a mess though.
Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Varessa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast.
Oh, this one also want to go first? Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, I need to clear my head.
Eon-san, leave him be. This might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some people need alone time to recharge every once in a while.
Traveler?
Yeah, Silali can just be a savage at times. Yeah, drop me off over here first, so that I can heal. Yeah, that was a crazy fight. It's all the way down here. Off we go. I guess we'll have to climb for this one. Very well. Yeah, I'm really getting vibes that Lumine is gonna be the Tsaritsa in Snezhnaya. It just seems like it's too convenient. It's too much of a coincidence. So, back to where it all began. And we're just gonna chill out here for a while. Oh, is there another key? Show me the key. Or just show me the club. Before you know it, you've fallen asleep drowning in a myriad of thoughts. If any sense what feels like someone clasping your hand. But this time it sends you into a deep sleep where sweet dreams await. Maybe. To be continued. And there we go. The quest is finished. And thus, we'll take the reward that goes with it. And there we go. Alright, so yeah, I'm already on the path to getting more of the intertwined fates. I expect that I'll have enough to get to roll for the wishes again by the weekend. Actually, would be the earliest I could get my set of 5 intertwines would be on Tuesday when the month resets. Alright, so the rest of the night is just up to me then. Alright, so where do I stand on things? Because yeah, there's definitely opportunities if I wanted to try and go and just freewheel. Perilous Trails? Not sure what that is. And I do need to let my resin refresh to get some of the stuff now. Because, yeah, I'm pretty much at the point where I can get people to 90s if I really wanted to. Because, yeah, Mona's now in a position where I can start getting her to be at 90. I've even got Kachina now at a point where I can start leveling her to level 90. Gaming need a little more work with him. I need to get more fire gems and also some more barrel conches. And I can get him, but then after that it's getting down to Kaya is at 70. I'm getting Escoffier on the run to 70. Yeah, at this point it's just pretty much grinding for stuff that I need as far as building up characters. Yeah, and in this case, it would need to be collecting these conches over in Fontaine. Perilous Trails is more story. But it says unable to initiate in co-op mode. Yeah, I'm afraid I can't take you with me. And I think there's challenges I need to do for this as well. Yeah, I'm still shocked that they still won't take a person out of co-op mode once they're back on their own again, that you have to do that manually. Yeah, I still gotta complete other quests. So I always start knocking them out then, I guess. Alright, Cleansing Lights over in Inazuma. I mean, opportunities like this do give me this chance, so... Yeah, not exactly sure what I'll be looking for. Says the quest area is reached, and I do have the arrow to look at. Do I just drop down or something? Or... I feel like I'm not supposed to. The white arrow is there, so, like, I'm not sure... Because I didn't get any prompts. Is it... Oh, Broken Blade Mound. The thunder incinerates body and bone, and nourishing the earth they may both find rest. Oh, it's not a clue. How though? Are you sure that this is a quest that can be done as co-op? So yeah, we found the marks, but there's no prompts to read them or whatever. Yeah, not sure how to go about that. Switch party setup to get Amber over briefly.
Leave it to me.
That's the plan. And just so we can blow up the lightning shard. So yeah, what am I supposed to be interacting with then? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I saw this white dot here. Why is nothing happening?
I'll race you there.
I need more marks. Yeah, we got that. Is there another to the right? Or is there another one to the left? Okay, we got one over here. Like, is it guiding me to the shrine? Is it supposed to be guiding me to the shrine? I don't necessarily need to go in here, right? Or do I have to? Does it have to do with the puzzle? Because it looks like it's been solved. Unless I need all 5 things to light up. I can't help but feel like I need an electro to check this out for me. Yeah, that's why I'm not big on doing all these other Archon quests, is because there's like a lot of stuff to do that makes no sense. And it's not at first glance.
This world is...
So do I hit... Am I supposed to hit one of these things to change this? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's not what I expected
You
to
give,
happen.
you receive.
That is not what I expected to happen. Yeah, I was thinking, like, I'm gonna need to spin these things around in order to solve this puzzle to advance myself further. Nope. Game, what are you trying to tell me?
Don't blink.
Because I don't want to throw myself down. Yeah, I've seen these 3 marks. Do I need to see another one? Also, you're not gonna come and join me there, Luna? You said that you can join me for trying to find these marks. And also, hey there, Bubba, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, I'm really nervous about wanting to leave the immediate area. Yeah, is there something higher up? Is there another mark above this? I hear thunder off in the distance near my apartment. Yeah, I may be forced to call it sooner rather than later. gonna climb up here. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Follow you? Okay. Because, yeah, I saw that this mark over here. Yeah, we already saw this mark. Also, congrats on getting Kenichi to your roster. Okay, so there is more this direction. Yeah, when I see the lines and these streaks, like, I'm not really sure if this is telling me to go in a certain direction or not, because it can lead, like, any number of ways. Alright, so I want to hit this then. And I can't make contact with it. Or is this where I want to go? Because, yeah, I'm out of the objective circle, that's the thing. Plus, also, the quest objective doesn't... Why is the quest objective not showing up on my screen? If this can be co-opted, why doesn't the quest objective show up on my screen? Yeah, I'm kind of confused here. Yeah, if you are permitted to join me, then why does the quest objective not show up on my screen? Because isn't that required in order to advance the story of the quest? Yeah, I do need the thing to show up on my quest icon.
If there's nothing better to do, we could go foraging
Yeah, it
for
says unable to
ingredients.
initiate in co-op mode. You wish we can work together, but the game just is a bunch of jackasses. Alright. Yeah, like, isn't the idea to encourage and promote cooperation and having fun with each other? Yeah, so I looked for the marks that were left behind. I did that. I found them. Then I spotted this one. I found the one over at the bridge. But then what? 'Cause I can also see a trail on the opposite side. Yeah, and then it takes me right out of the quest circle. This is why I don't like doing these quests. Yeah, there's no clarity to what I'm trying to do. Okay, we got one over here, okay. Trying to figure out what happened. There we go.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing?
Yeah, and also, hey there, Raiden Shogun. Ghosts?
What's this? Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our journey. But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
Let's hope you're right.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Can they tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying
Yeah,
breath.
what happened?
You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They're merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now! There's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun?
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What?
I don't think he's convinced.
But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity.
Sounds like he's gonna break into tears.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
Is he disappearing? Yeah, I guess the
He's
spirit has
gone.
been I guess the spirit has been calmed down.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
Yeah, and the same thing happened to Dusky Ming apparently.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma 500 years ago.
Who's Kitsune Saigu?
Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria.
Rayon its ugly head again.
The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late. Otherwise, it would spread to all of Tevat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Conria?
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
Hey.
Yeah. Is that the loss that Yaimiko mentioned?
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive.
And now?
But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever.
So you're no longer stuck in the past?
When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss, but also new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for.
That's what being human is all about.
As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes.
And how will you do that?
Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
I imagine that comes with the burden of responsibility.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
What will we do, though?
Speed of light.
Continue the pursuit. See the trail of scars over there. We got another over here. Oh, hi there, Raiden Shogun.
Here too.
Oh, that's
Leave
why
them
we're
to
here.
me. Shine down.
Oh, okay. There are reinforcements. I can't get her. I was about to say I can't get her down. It's a Chosta. I was about to say it's a Chosta situation all over again.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
And there we go. Talk to who just appeared.
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
You alright?
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go!
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy.
Oh, is that so?
Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time. I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Ah, makes sense. Spoken like a seasoned shogun. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this.
Or will that even be necessary?
Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Uh-oh. Oh, this time we have a blind man who
Furuyama?
is recognized.
Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue.
Or in this case, was.
Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest.
There were two of them, actually.
I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do?
Yeah. I want to learn more.
Oh, yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay.
Sounds like a mistake.
And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away.
Does he even realize he's even dead?
Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then?
Yeah, he still seems so nonchalant about this.
People flee out of a desire to live on. And the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so, people must make the most of the life they have, seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end.
Doesn't sound like her at all.
So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be satisfied.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the Almighty Shogun for the last time. What a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the Almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago.
Yeah, of course.
Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So, never mind, eh?
Yeah, she's got a lot on her mind.
Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The Almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set?
Yeah, I think it's about to dawn on you, sir.
I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Definitely not.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious, what a fool I'm making of myself.
We do know where to find a tea set?
I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
But... well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
I guess we'll find out, right? So where do we get it?
Where should we go to find a tea set?
Kamisato, okay. Kamisato it is.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for...
Alright.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I'm your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
And so he does.
It's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
So yeah, tell us about this tea master.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto.
Yeah, you did mention that it sounds like Makoto. Yeah. Also, I find the irony with the Sailor Jupiter connection, given that her name when she isn't Sailor Jupiter is Makoto.
He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings.
Yeah, as in ambitions?
They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me.
Just somewhat?
Now, it seems like she was right. While I took the wayward path.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Yeah, there's also a lot going on outside. I can hear the lightning getting louder. I may have to let the
Makoto
saddle
saw
play
a bigger
while I
picture
close the
than
window.
I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate, rooted in instinct. In other words, it is something eternal.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
It certainly is.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with.
Yeah, it seems more in line with how humans view the world.
Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity.
We have.
But now, I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the Almighty Shogun.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
Yeah. Especially with the storm coming closer and closer. Yeah, let's hope that doesn't take us too long to get to this resolution. Yeah, we may have to stop the stream once we've done speaking with him. Then again, we are coming up on 2 hours, so it's only a matter of time at this point. So hovering over the beautiful tree, let's go ahead and hit the descents and be reunited. So upon our return...
Hey, where'd he go? He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Are they capable of moving around a set distance?
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long. As was the case with the memory we saw earlier.
So we won't get to drink his tea?
I doubt we would even have been given the chance, given that he was a ghost.
We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Yeah. Yeah, why don't we make our own tea?
Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea.
Oh, you think you can?
I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself.
Well, why don't we find out? She brews a piping hot tea with the tea set, and...
The tea is ready. Please give it a try.
hopefully this is good.
So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it.
It's just the memories flowing back in?
You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may.
And what would that be?
The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu, they also took Makoto away from me.
Yeah,
for good.
Now I can hear the rain against my windows, so I'm glad I closed my window when I did.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening...
Yeah, by the time you realized.
Yes. It was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath.
Poor Mako.
She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plain of Euthymia. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a story.
Yeah, it is. And that's
When I
about
returned to
thunder.
Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura.
So it hasn't always been there.
That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness.
Alright.
With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
And so...
Yes.
Oh,
She
light
had
bulbs are
such a
fluctuating.
great love for this land and for its people. And
Oops.
I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Yeah, I know the pain of separation too, and it seems to me like you've done a lot of thinking about this already, so yeah.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Yeah. Have you seen my sister before?
Sister? I had heard that you were looking for your family.
Yeah, that's true.
You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Ah,
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
Yeah. Ironically, Kitsune statue in the background.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Let's keep following the traces as
Very
well.
well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
Alright, well, observe teacup. The cup of tea has been left for Furuyama. How much did he actually perceive, and how much did he let on? Who can really say, but yeah, we're coming up on 2 hours, plus with the storm going on, there's not much of a reason for me to keep going.
Incoming.
Pick up one more Sakura Bloom for good measure. And then we'll go ahead and call it here. So yeah, I guess we can check the 5.7 story quest off the list, since we had our brother and sister reunited once again. So yeah, Florian's been through a lot tonight, and there's no doubt he's gonna go through more. So I'll join you guys again here, and we'll do this again tomorrow. We'll clear this one off, and then we'll see what else we can clear. But next week, I do want to start on a new Let's Play if possible. So we'll rejoin you guys tomorrow with more of this here on Twitch. But before we go, we'll see if I have enough people to raid. Let's see if I have enough people on raid possibility. Alright, I think we can do that. I think we can raid someone tonight. Let's see who I can have you go raid. Is anyone currently playing Genshin right now on my follow list? That does not look like so. No. So let's go ahead and find someone new. Yeah, because it does not look like, yeah, Griffin does not look like she's streaming tonight. Okay. You load a high. Oh, it looks like someone is doing the exact same thing I'm doing. Spending a bunch of resin, apparently. So it seems like this person could use some assistance tonight. So why don't I go ahead and have you raid this person? Yeah, we'll make someone happy this evening. So I will have you guys go and show some love to Kemuel Mobwen tonight. See how they react to getting raided, and hopefully a little support will help this person out in their support for playing Genshin Impact, and they're basically doing the same thing from what I can tell, so I would certainly encourage you to show your support, follow, do what you can to help this person out, and I will look forward to seeing you guys back here again tomorrow. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Genshin Impact live here on Twitch. So thanks everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.